One dead.
The force is strong with this one.
Get him, son, get him. Oh, get him. Boom! Greed is Good is a multiplayer extraction looter set in a fantasy medieval environment. The game has 6 classes currently, and is set to quickly expand to 8. In fact, there's a new class coming in the next playtest, the Frost Mage. If you've played Dark and Darker, you can expect all the same skills and similar perks, with the exception of Ranger Traps being a skill, rather than an in-game usable item. We'll talk more about the skills and perks a little later. The game is designed for trios and solos, with the High Roller style of map available soon in one of the next tests. First playtest included only the trio map, and rotated between 3 different map layouts. Hello everyone, and welcome to my first definitive guide video on Greed is Good. This is a multiplayer extraction looter. It is PvP heavy, and it has the following 6 classes. We have the fighter over here, we have the mage, we have a rogue, a ranger, a barbarian, a cleric, and a frost mage. We'll get back into the classes, perks, and skills in just a moment. Before we do that, we'll skip through a few different menus. So we do have a stash tab, which is similar in size to begin with, like Dark and Darker, but you can actually unlock multiple stash tabs over here, such as this. This is now my 3rd tab for 1,000 gold, but you can upgrade from 300 to 500 to 1,000. We have the merchants, of course. We have the weapon merchant, the armor, the alchemist where you can buy potions. We have the grocer where you can buy a pickaxe. And then we have the Sly Merchant, which is just your gambling addiction over here. The Armorer does also have the craft menu, in which you can gather some ores and potentially transfer your ores into a piece of gear. We do have the trading menu over here, which is a little bit weird, but it's way better than Dark and Darker. You have all your available items over on the left here. You can choose between the different qualities over here. So let's say you want to buy a purple axe. You can find it here, but you'd have to scroll through different tabs to find all the different ones, or you can just go over here and click on the epic and then find them. If you want to be a little bit more specific, you can actually go to the classification tab, where I've already selected epic, and then you find the item that you want. You can see that there are 13 poleaxes available to purchase. The minimum purchase price currently is 400. So if we click on that, we then get a list of recently traded items over here. And then we have the sell orders currently available to purchase from. However, you can only purchase this lowest value one. So if you're looking through them and you want a very specific item with certain attributes, such as you might want this physical resistance poleaxe. Now you probably wouldn't want that, you'd want a different item, but for the sake of this video, let's just say you did want that. To find that and to be able to purchase that, since you cannot purchase it until it's at the top of the list, you would actually want to go over here to the filter entries and find the attribute. Physical attack power. I believe that wasn't the one I wanted, but let's say I did want physical attack power, and then it would find whatever has physical attack power on it, and then of course you could purchase that at the top of the list. Buy order, what you actually do is you just set up your own price, and then click buy, and then it's created a buy order for 1 gold. So if we go back into this poleaxe menu, you'll be able to see it then has the buy order that I set up. We do have rankings over here as well, where you can rank everything that you'd possibly want. We have rich, escape, kill count, and boss, but currently only the rich ranking is set up. One more thing on the trade menu. So if you click on sell, you can actually then just go and click on the item that you want in your inventory. You click sell, and then it comes over here and you just input the price that you'd want and sell it. Now I don't want to sell that right now, but if I wanted to look at my orders, I'd go over to the order page. These are the things that I've set up buy orders for. Here's my poleaxe from earlier, which I can remove. And here's all the other things which currently are not selling. So I will eventually go back and relist these for a different price. We have the available order tab, which is actually what I have made. So I've sold this venomous dagger and the crossbow. I can receive that money, and then that money will go straight into my stash. This is the money that I just collected. These are some items from a different game. Over to the hero tab. So if we wanted to find out all about the different heroes, this is the spot to be for the heroes, their perks, and their skills. We're going to start off from top to bottom. Starting with the fighter, we have the following skills available. Wind Rush, which is a sprint, Life Breeze, and then of course as you level up you get this taunt, and then we get Mortal Strike at the end. If you'd like to go and find out more, or just pause the video at any point to find and read certain abilities, please do so. I'm just going to be breezing through them rather quickly. On the warrior perks, we have the fortified armor, rampage, projectile resistance, and then as you level up, you get the sword mastery, swift counter, and perseverance. This isn't as good as it sounds because you have to be out of combat, but it's better than nothing, especially if you're playing solo. As you can see also, you level up and you unlock these slots as you level. Fire Mage. This is currently one of the best characters in the game. Much like the Dark and Darker Mage, it does have a very high skill cap. I really enjoy playing it as a solo naked mage because generally you don't need any gear and you can slap harder than a wet fish. Pyroblast. This is one of the abilities you start with. This is a knockback and it has splash. Generally, you're going to hit with 20 splash damage, so you don't even have to land this ability. And then you have this Blazing Barrier, which is a melee physical damage buff. Helps you take a few hits. Once you level up, you actually get this Flamestorm. This is a level 10 ability, so you won't start with this, but it is a massive AoE. Also hits for about 53. So generally, I would open with a Pyroblast into a Flamestorm, and then I wait about 3 seconds and just continually chain these two skills. We then have Blink, which is really buggy. Can't pass through walls with the blink, can't pass through mobs or other people, and generally you don't want to be using this if you're going up or downstairs, otherwise you'll just blink on the spot and end up dying. Inferno Blast, this actually is a knockback. It's like a fan effect that pushes people back. You will start with this over this Flamestorm ability, so you'll be able to knock people back. And of course, Fireball. This is another starter ability. The staff is a little bit buggy in that it generally hits with the bottom of the staff instead of the top, and it does much less damage, so you need to be spacing very well. Perk-wise, we have the Burn. You're probably never going to turn this off because it does do 15 damage over 5 seconds. Then the Burn is going to kill people. I get a lot of kills with Burn. This is a 2 per second out of combat mana regen. You also get the Swift Casting and Phoenix Rebirth, which I don't really use right yet because you only have the 2 perk slots available and these two are too good. Mage is my favorite class currently, and you'll be able to see me playing that every single day live on Twitch. On the rogue side of things, this was my favorite character on the previous test. We have this sprint available, which did get nerfed. This used to have a 5-second cooldown, now it's 20 seconds, but it is still insane. This is also an upgraded ability at level 5, an armor break. These two you start with, you actually get stealth, and then you get your smoke bomb, and then perk-wise we have the rupture, dagger proficiency, ambush, and feign death. We also get a pickpocket and backstab. For the Ranger, we start off with Volley. This is your triple shot. We get the trap. So traps are not actually a item that you use, it's a skill. And you can actually jump shot people with a trap. You can turn around, place a trap straight underneath their feet and trap them instantly. You also have this knockback effect, and then you have the multi-shot, which is like a shotgun fan. It is really strong. You get the ranged weapon proficiency for your perk. You get the quick reload, precision shot, and then your last unlock is going to be either sharpshooter, rapid shot, or velocity. Fun little fact about the Ranger does have the highest move speed in the game once you unlock this velocity, outside of using skills. Of course, the Rogue has that sprint ability, which does make it the fastest with that sprint ability. Let's go to the Barbarian next. Rageblood, we have Terrifying Presence. We also have the Commanding Shout once you level up. And lastly, the Reckless Assault. For the perks over here, we have Robust Constitution, and then Savage Strength. The other unlocks that you get are Axe Proficiency, Iron Will, Berserker, and Crushing Impact. This is generally your crushing ability from Dark and Darker, where you can open doors with one hit and chests and things like that. None of the cleric side of things, this is great to have in a group. You do have the same 4 slots available like the mages. You have your heal, the Holy Radiance. You have Radiant Purification, which is an AoE undead monster attack. You have Blessing of the Kings, which does a physical, magical attack boost, movement speed boost, physical and magical defense, and maximum health. And then your protection shield, which is called Divine Shield. Also upgrade to a Divine Missile, which is just a holy missile that shoots out, and a Divine Chant, which is your AoE heal. You will upgrade to that and probably take off the AoE undead monster killer. Likewise, we have the Divine Heart, increased healing. We have Blunt Weapon Mastery, Holy Retribution. This is actually really good if a rogue jumps you. It will knock them back and then give you a movement speed buff. We then have Resurrection. This is also insane. Once you get this ability, you probably will want to use this all the time, because if you do get in a fight, a 3v3, generally one of your team most likely will die or get low enough that you'll die in the next fight. The Frost Mage. This is the latest addition character to the open beta. This was not in the previous test in the closed beta. It is more of a support class, which we'll go into as we read over the skills. We have this Frostbite, which is a freeze. It does a little bit of damage, but not much. So don't worry too much about freezing friendly heroes. You can actually freeze 2 people that are fighting, your friendly hero and the enemy, who can then just have a battle between each other over about 3 seconds of being frozen. Great for if you have a barbarian or a fighter in your group, you just freeze them while they're meleeing someone. Generally, they'll win. You have this Freeze Arrow Blizzard, which is your AoE with a slow, and we get this Chain Frost, which is actually a level 10 ability. I leveled up my Frost Mage to level 10 just to test this. It bounces 5 times, hits for about 15 per hit with a Naked Mage and no extra buffs. If you'd like to see more on that, I will do a class guide on the Frost Mage, and I'll show all of these abilities in a different video. We then have the Frost Armor, which later will heal. I'll show you that in a moment. We have the Ice Barrier, which is a 6-second ice block, although not very good because people are just going to camp you while you're in that, and then you're screwed once it stops. Frost Burst. This is quite nice. This actually upgrades your Frost Arrow. It gives it the ability to have splash damage and more of a slow. And then we have the Chilling Frost, which you would probably want to have always just to make all your Frost spells slow. Otherwise, what's the point of playing a Frost Mage? You also have this Frost Blood. This actually upgrades the ability of your Frost Armor. This actually gives it a regenerative ability where you get health back. And you can cast this Frost Armor on a friendly character. So you can actually heal your team. Frostbind, which of course would be quite good once you hit level 18, gives you more of a slow and freeze effect, but of course you have to be landing spells. I think generally with the Frost Mage you're going to be wanting either cast speed or extra damage, or a bit of both. We'll just go through one more thing here, which is the skins. You can actually upgrade your skins over here. There are only 3 available currently, which is the Warrior, you then have the Fire Mage, then you have the Cleric. The last tab, before we do a game, we have all of the mode selections available. So we have the solo trial for a newcomer, trio trial for a newcomer, and then we have the regular matches, the solo match, and then the trio match, and then the 100 gold high roller over here. I'll now be showing you 5 minutes of how insanely fun the Greed PvP is. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, as it does really help with the YouTube algorithm, especially from a new creator such as myself. Also, I'm going to be doing lots of YouTube shorts for this game, featuring different kills that I get, different strategies, how to get the best loot, where to find potions, how to kill the boss. If you're interested in any of that, don't forget to like and subscribe right now. Please sit back and enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.
I don't blame them. That rogue was inspecting us before the
Got
game.
people down here.
Yep.
Start casting fireballs.
Yeah, right behind you. Just bait them if you want. I'm gonna start pushing towards them.
He's hurt really hard.
I'm hitting the cleric.
I got one more fireball on that fighter. Hit him. Yeah, nice bro.
Dead.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Right.
He's just in that door there.
I got a knockback. You can go ham if you want.
Cool.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
running.
they're running.
Brutal.
There's a blue portal there too.
I got a fireball in case he tries to get it.
Nice.
Oh, Mage's
Wait,
telephone.
Another team? You just got jumped by another team.
Yeah, I got a fireball already.
One of mine.
Still, yeah.
25 damage on the barb.
Oh, just throw a band is the worst time. There's also rogues around, so be careful. Don't
Yeah.
get that door to the left there.
Get it or no?
Yeah, hit it. Break it.
Down.
There's a wizard on ya.
Yeah, I'm getting him.
Oh, he's
Dead.
dead.
Keep your health up. Oh yeah, behind us. Yep.
Watch out, pushing. Oh, rogue on me.
Yeah, just keep zoning in between us. We're holding the good zone here. Gonna shoot through there.
Yeah, we definitely have to kill some of them portals.
Red portals.
Oh, you
No,
want to give me a
that's on
buff
the,
about that?
fire mage. The mage
do you have an
sword.
armor buff or? Ah, yep. After that blizzard's gone, I might push a bit.
We've got all the down portals here. I'm gonna start opening.
So watch out for that barb. Oh, okay, sweet. Oh, the barb is dead.
Is it just the wizard? Oh,
I got people where I am as well.
I think so.
2 people down the bottom. It was a rogue and something else. I just hit him out of
Yeah,
invis.
coming towards you now.
I've got knockback available. Don't go too hard. Nice hit.
One's dead.
2 dead.
Cleric's dead.
He's dead.
You guys load up. Wait, people behind again? There's a rogue on the left and a cleric, I think, on the right.
Yep, seal it up.
He's on the right here.
Dead. Left side's dead. Yep.
Rogue's,
Okay.
Rogue's running.
Nah, I killed the rogue.
Northeast.
I killed the rogue on the left. I'm gonna start opening.
No, there's one still alive.
Alright, we're covering everyone's exits here, so we're just
Go,
dominating,
we-
bro. One red open. Start looting, boys.
Yeah, try to find some health pots as well. Try to get health pots off them.
That rogue is still running. Where he is.
You sure you saw a rogue? Because there was a rogue that left. Did you check all 3 bodies down there?
Nah, my health is pretty low. I got no
Alright.
meds, so
I'm gonna go check.
yeah, we gotta go soon too. This is the last things closing in now.
We taking blues?
Have we got
Red.
3?
Reds. We've got 3 reds, yep. Let's go. Good job, boys!
Yes.
Cleared them, eh?
Let's go.